bit more with the presets. What you just heard is a lot of sparks that you can hear, the electronic sparks coming over. It's really nice to do this. It's like the beginning of a final LP. So I can show more sounds. I'm using the toggle switches in the middle. It don't have any signal at all. That's why I'm using it. When I push it, it has some signal. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna use a little bit control voltage on there. I make from the Pico an LFO that you can hear some CV on it. You see, when the light goes on, this is gonna be mad. If you turn it all the way back to drum, it's gonna be really short, and then it's gonna be more like a kind of drum sound. It is not really a drum sound, it's more like laser or short sounds. We're gonna talk about that later. Now we're talking about the oscillator mode. What makes this model special is that you can hear the rolling out of the capacitors. So the capacitors influence, when it stops, you hear that it roll out. So you can control that. This is how you make really crazy crunchy stuff. If I turn the LFO faster, so that's about the oscillator. Now we're going to the drum. Okay, welcome back to the Evil Drum Oscillator. We're gonna talk about the drum mode now. What do we have? We have a drum sequencer here called Grids, and we're gonna put it in there. We're gonna listen to it. Let's listen. So we have here the oscillator as we know it. And it has a gate, a trigger input, and also an LFO input. I'm gonna put this one in. I can already test the mode to listen if I'm pushing, but if it gets triggered, it's of course totally different. Let's listen. Sounds like Duck Hunt. If I'm going from drum mode back to the oscillator and I stay between, it can be really interesting. Let's listen. Now I'm gonna play with the speed of the rhythm. And why is this interesting? Because it has a rolling out of the capacitor. So I'm gonna do it faster, and I also gonna do it slower, that you can hear some difference in this. Now I can make it slow, that it's almost melodies. You hear this rolling, how it is kind of interesting.